Hey guys, Daniel Whitlow here. So I've kind of been holding something close to the chest for a while. I've been hinting at it in some of my videos. Behind me here is kind of a series of new projects that I sort of got lined up. I'll probably, not sure where this video is going, talk about it later in this video or in a separate video, but I got in contact with some people that used to own the high crop, and when I came, they had a series of projects that were kind of sitting outside. They asked if I was interested. I wasn't really at the time, but you know, I said, hey, if you're ever willing to sell, let me know. And they, in a word, would like them gone, and so here I am. So let's take a quick look around at what I am getting myself into. So for starters, we have a BO. I forget the year. All in all, it's pretty complete, I believe. Really nice patina on it. It is free. Let's see if I can do it while on camera here. This one is free. So he does have the carburetor for it. You can see they recently had a little snow here, but yeah, and a little orchard tractor. In the background here, we have a GP. I have to look at the year again. I believe it's a 1931. Again, I believe mostly there. Unfortunately, this one is locked up. So this, of course, was John Deere's kind of first row crop tractor. Wasn't super successful, but they learned a lot. And then they applied that to the B and then the A. So here we have, again, I got all of this written down. I believe this is a 35B. Kind of a carcass. Steel wheel, obviously. I looked up I asked about the serial number to this, so this tractor was true to this area. And then here we have an A. Has a Baker valve on it, and those are true round spoke F&H wheels. So they are actually the correct wheel for my 1939A. What I believe came on it. My A was right in the years where they were going from flat to round spoke. But I have found numerous examples where for my serial number, the A's were still coming with round spoke at that time. So I envision these round spoke wheels will go on my A to make that more historically correct. And yeah, these two are just kind of sort of parts tractors, but honestly, I have something really special planned for one of these two. I'm not sure which one yet. May see when I start taking them apart. We'll leave that as a future surprise, and that's going to be a big project of mine, what I'm going to do with one of these. I hope for something really unique to take to shows and things. So yeah, I can only take a couple at a time here. So hopefully I can fit two on a trailer. We're gonna try. And I'll have to come back another day and get the other load. And also there's a bunch of other parts that are coming with these tractors that they're looking to sell. So I'm gonna help them sell them off too. So I'd take a look around more with the tractors right now, but I want to respect their privacy and their buildings and where they are and such. So we'll get a better look around these later. Okay, so sadly this guy is stuck. I suspect there's water inside and it's froze. Sometimes the brakes get locked up. I removed the left brake and I got the bolts out of the right, but I couldn't get it off. It's kind of gasket or whatever stuck to it. But even when I yanked it a little bit with the chain, that side still wasn't rolling free. So that tells me it wasn't the brake holding it up. So I moved on. So I moved on to this one, and let's just say this one's not going without a fight either. The one right side for some reason is locked up. Left side free rolls. Of course, the transmission free, engine is free. I don't know why it's locked up. Maybe it's water in it also. So frustrated right now. I'm at the phase of the project my wife jokes where I say, why do I do this? And so on and so forth. Finally, the stinker is going on. Hallelujah. So of course the tractor that's locked up is the one that will actually roll. Well, not every rescue mission goes according to plan, and this one was, by golly, far from it. So today's Sunday. I loaded these up on Thursday because I was on my way west to Indiana. And long story short, I got the truck and trailer stuck from when I was trying to jerk the tractor free. Created a little bit of ruts, couldn't get out. I thought, okay, well, I'll be back on Sunday. Ground will be maybe frozen. We'll pull it out with their small tractor they have here, because their tractor wouldn't start that day. The ground was so soft today. I spent a while trying to get pulled out, creating ruts and tearing up yard and thing. Finally had to have the neighbor come pull me out with his big case. So yeah, we're loaded up, we're tied down, and time to go home. I've collectively just trying to get these tractors on the trailer and the truck out. I bet I had 7 hours, at least maybe 8. It took me 5 to get the 2 tractors loaded, just because that one was just a pain in the butt because the one wheel was locked up. I tried pulling it on from the back a couple different times, and it just, I couldn't control where it was going on the trailer. It wasn't working right. It was wanting to slide off the ramps. So then finally I went up in the field to pull it from the front. Went sort of right on. The winch struggled because, literally dragging it with that locked wheel there. But then since I was kind of in the field to pull that on forward, that's why I got stuck. So it just is what it is. But loaded up with a bunch of parts too. And got to go home and see what goes to what tractor and what is from other tractors. and just you name it. So I'm excited to get back home. So hopefully we got smooth travels home, and we'll take a better look at these tractors later. Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow after 2.5 weeks off with the holidays, but so be it. Well, we got these home. I unloaded them the other night. It was dark, so I didn't get video or anything of that. Apologies, it is really windy out here today. I will try and edit out the wind sound if I can't. Apologies. So my clips here may be a little truncated as the wind gusts. But if I didn't record today, I didn't think I'd get the video out this week. Now that we've got them unloaded and we're here at our place, let's look around a little bit more. As always, when you start looking things over, you don't normally find things that are like, oh, that's greater than I'd hoped. You start to find stuff that isn't what you'd hoped. So let's get to it. One other thing I want to mention, this Sunday, so the day after this video is posted, I will be doing a live stream at 7 o'clock Eastern. Please join, come with questions. I want it to be interactive. I got some exciting news and things I want to talk about for the channel in general, outside of these tractors. And I think that is where I will also talk about what I have planned for either the unstyled A or B. And yeah, and then also my live streams, I'm going to try to start doing them every month. And I'm going to make it the first Sunday of every month at 7 o'clock Eastern. So if you can't make it, the day after this video is posted, first Sunday every month, 7 o'clock Eastern. Please join. Don't have to come to all of them, though I'd love for you to. But any questions you have, I'd love to address them. Send them to me beforehand. Leave them in a comment. Whatever. Okay, so let's focus on our GP here for a minute. That tire doesn't hold air. Back tires will not take air either. So they are junk. I actually did some reading up on the GP before I came over here because I honestly don't know too much about it other than, it was the predecessor for the A. It was John Deere's, first row crop tractor, meant to be a 3-row. So what do we got going on? We know we got the fuel tank missing, but I believe I had the fuel tank. The hood is missing. I think I have 3 hoods. We'll sort that out later. We got a mag on it. I don't think this is the original type, but we got a mag on it. I had mentioned that this is stuck, and we'll focus on that in a minute. So you can see my kids, they got this. Shoot, I'm blanking on the term here. Horoscope, duh. They got this for Christmas. I have one at home, but I thought it was here, but it's not here. It's at home. So I borrowed my kids' one. Believe it or not, this little kids thing takes HD video and photo. So before I opened it up and went to look in the cylinders, I was looking around at the intake manifold and I realized, that's not tightened down. And these bolts are missing. And so, this thing, it's not sealed. You can't see it, but I can wiggle it. I thought, okay, there's water in those cylinders. And then when you pull out your spark plug, what did I do with it? I put it back in. You pull out your spark plug and you see rust, you're not off to a good start. So using the borescope, I looked inside. And I'll see if I can post a video here. Number 1 cylinder. I couldn't get the borescope really through the hole, so I didn't get a good photo. I got it into number 2, and it didn't look, not great. As always, when you see these tractors sitting out, you worry about if they had water in them. It looks to me like someone literally cut this open to drain it. Hence all the gunk that was in the cooling system. Looks like it kind of spilled out there. So I'm hoping there's no like freezing cracks or anything. But unfortunately, this is not going to be a case of, put some automatic transmission fluid and diesel fluid in it and let it soak and maybe it'll free up. Those cylinders are rusted, so this thing will have to come apart. Because when you go to look at a tractor, you can find them stuck and they got to come apart, or they're stuck and you might be able to get them free and running, or they're free and you just got to get it running, or it's running. So four ways. You can see here we ended up kind of with number 2. It's stuck and it's going to have to come apart. Not sure what else. I mean, you guys help me see what to look for. The cap I have in the shop. I need to put it back on. I'm not sure if that came off on the trailer and stayed the whole way on the trailer or what. Yeah, like I said, I was learning. So this is a 1930, so it's a small bore. The GP kind of underperformed, so in 1931, so after this tractor, they increased the bore. That's why they call them a big bore GP. This is the small bore. And they also made a bunch of improvements, but those later ones are a little more rare. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know what else to inspect on this. The GP didn't come with rubber tires up until I think I read 1931. So everything, if it has rubber on it, is cutoffs. It's got the old petcocks with the primer cup. And yeah, you can tell the early style GP from the late style, because on the late style the exhaust is actually out the pulley side. Interesting, easy to spot detail. I didn't get a very good view or pictures, but I did go in the crankcase through here, and it doesn't look, from what I saw, it wasn't too bad in there. Certainly nothing like the cylinders because it didn't get water in it. Let's turn around. Let's talk about our BO. Not bad odor. I forgot to mention the carb for this. I thought I had it. I got a bunch of carbs from the individual, but none are the correct for this tractor. Same thing, sadly, for this. I got a bunch of carburetors, and none is the period correct for this, so I got to figure out what to do there. This also has later style mag on it. Yours truly being stupid. I pulled back on this handle, and I don't think I pulled back that hard, and I just bent this, so we'll have to straighten that out another time. I was reading how on the BO they had to narrow up the pulley so that when the wheels were all the way in, it didn't interfere with it. And now that I look at that, there's no way that pulley can come off without that wheel being off, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's got like a dent here. Your pressed steel front wheels, shutters are there, but they are seized up. But they don't look too bad, at least from what I can tell, look through the grates. Here, I can't remember. I think I was told this was kind of common. There's a crack here in the hood, because I think, yeah, this is right where the tank support is. So your biggest difference from the BO and the BR is the BO doesn't have your exhaust and intake air stacks, and then they had the shields on these for orchard purposes. I was reading they made about 5,000 BOs, but even that is kind of split in that some went to Washington to become BO Linman crawlers, and then some people ordered a BO, and then they ordered it with the optional air stack and exhaust stack on it, which is basically an AR at that point. But the difference between the BO and the BR was that the BO had differential brakes. So if a farmer wanted a BR but with these brakes, he could order a BO and then just get the stack on it. What else? So yeah, I mentioned the transmission is all free. Yeah, I don't know. Same thing. Tell me, you all help me out. Tell me what all I'm looking at here from, I guess, an original or what I'm most curious about is not original standpoint. It's cool. You can still see the old like silk screen in here. I can see it in the video just a little bit, but I can see it a little bit better in person. There, I think you can see it better. Let's see what else we got going on in here. So it is still the old rubber fan mount. The GP behind me was converted to friction drive at some point. We're missing our sediment bowl and the fuel line going to the carburetor. Now that I look at this is barely on. Yeah, your exhaust, since it's a square mount, could be mounted for down instead base, or I think it could be done up. Probably burn your hood then at that point. Yeah, I pretty pleased with the BO. I didn't look inside it yet. It spins over, so I bet it's pretty good inside. One thing I forgot to mention was when I unloaded the other night, it was warmer, and the right side, this right rear was locked up. When I loaded it, well, it was free when I unloaded it, so I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely water in there. So while I got it here, we're gonna let the water out. Yeah, really disappointed in this. I was hoping this was just like stuck from sitting, but oh man, you just can't leave engines open like that. And it looks rusted pretty good. It ain't just gonna be a hone it out. So this, that will certainly be less of a priority because that will require the most work. I'm most interested in getting the BO running. So we'll have to find the right carburetor, which, my goodness, the cost of rebuilt carburetors, it's just incredible. Yeah, still got to finish up the 4010 that I was working on, and still trying to work on the high crop. That really kind of needs to be a focus too. But I'm really excited to have these, and as I mentioned, we got to make a second trip back for the A and the B. I think I am just going to do a separate video of those so I can get this video posted and give me a little time to look at them a little bit and do kind of a dedicated video of them. So with that, thank you all for joining. Let me know what you think. Any of you guys have a GP, a BO? You guys can email me anytime at danielfarmchannel@gmail.com. Really excited to be doing another live stream coming up here in a couple days and starting every month. So hopefully see some of you then. And yeah, again, apologies for the wind. So hopefully it's not coming out too bad in the video. Wanted to get this done and out. So you all have a good day. We'll catch you in the next video.